Good morning to all. I am Chili, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Computer Applications, Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Bangalore. Now I am going to discuss about the topic of crossing the check. First, we have to discuss the meaning of crossing. Crossing is an instructions to the paying banker to pay the amount of checks to a particular banker and not for a over the counter. The crossing the check appears the payment to the banker, if also tracing the person, so receiving the amount of the check. Addition words not crossing a check and it is the security and the protection of the holder. Definition of the crossing of check: the written instructions to the bank or the financial institution to pay a given amount check holder from the check holder uh, to the bearer is known as the checker. The individual who instructs their bank to transfer fund and writes the check is referred to as the banker. Significance of the crossing. Crossing of check instruct the drawee bank not to pay the specified amount at the time but rather than to make the payment through a bank because crossed check may only be put the bank account and cannot be cashed immediately. It protects payment from fraud by the particular individuals. Next, various types of checks. Checks is not an unconditional order addressed to the banker, signed by the person who has deposited money with a banker, requesting him to pay on demand a certain amount of money only to the order of the certain person or to the bearer of the instruments. Types of crossing the check under section 123 to 131A under the Act of the Law. General crossing. Checks across checks bears across its face an additional of two parallel transverse lines. Special crossing. A check bears across its face an additions on the banker's name. Then restrictive crossing. It directs the collecting banker that needs to credit the amount of check only to the amount of the payee. Next, non-negotiable clausing. It is when the words not negotiable are written between the two parallel transfers. Third one is general crossing. General crossing means checks bears across its face in addition of two parallel transverse lines and or additions of words and or are not negotiable between them. In the case of general crossing, the check paying banker will pay money to the banker. The purpose of general crossing to transferring parallel lines at the corner of the check are necessary. Uh, in case the holder of the check of the other payee will receive the payment only through a bank account and not over the counter. The words and o and have no significance such as the words not negotiable significant the restrict the negotiable and in case of transferee will not give a title better than that a transferer. That is the main thing we have to include the not negotiable or and or the words should be in the corner of the check. Next one, special check crossing. In the special check crossing, the check bearers uh, bears the check across the face an additional of the banker's name with or without the words not negotiable. In the case, the payee banker will pay the amount of check only to the banker whose name appears in the crossing or his collecting agent. This paying banker will honor the check only when it is uh, ordered through the bank mentioned in the crossing or its against bank agent banker. In special crossing, two parties transferer lines and are not essential, but the name of the banker is most important in the special crossing check. Thank you.